into a bit of a windy, try and block the wind, windy day 68. As you saw yesterday, I came in and the guys had actually worked Sunday, which I wasn't aware of. So yeah, just obviously down in today trying to get an update from the site manager what's going on. But it looks like guys are here blocking away already. It's time now, just gone 8 o'clock. So yeah, good so far. So bit of rubbish going on. So the site itself is looking like a house is being built, which is good news. It has felt for the last 3 months like we've just been pushing mud around in different areas. Obviously there's been a lot of work going into the ground obviously, but it just feels like Groundhog Day when nothing really changes but digging holes, filling, digging holes, filling. So yeah, here is the irrigation, which I'll tell you. So the irrigation tanks themselves, like I said, there's actually going to be right at the very end here is going to be where the pool tank is going to go. And then there's going to be 2 6,000 gallon tanks going on here, which will be full of rainwater. Technically, this is the size of the patio on the left-hand side of the swimming pool as well, where the house is concerned. This does seem to be, it does look bigger. But as you can see, there's the return for the swimming pool at the front, which is over there. Look, you see the little return. So it's an infinity edge pool, so the water goes off the end and gets regurgitated in through the pump room and back into the swimming pool. The pool itself obviously has got a little bit of water in there. Hasn't drained away, so at least we know the actual floor is solid. We need to get that pumped out. And then we've got the same situation here. So that's going to be basically, there's going to be a big overhang from the house coming out about 1.8 meters, shadowing the floor and overhanging the front of the house. And then you've got the rest of its patio. So that's technically the patio area, and that's exactly the same on the other side. But the overhang, so you've got a 16-inch column that's going to go all the way up to the roof. That overhang is going to come out all the way along the front of the house, all the way to this side as well. So there'll be a 16-inch column being built there as well, which is why that footing comes out here. So that'll be a 16-inch column there, and again the overhang will come out, go all the way up, all the way along. So it's going to be a big shadowed overhang, which is quite nice. And technically what you're seeing here, if we double that again here, that's technically going to be patio area here, and then we've basically got a big roof going over the top of this. There's an underneath living area here, and obviously over there is where the second sort of unit of the house is going to be built. So yeah, it looks doesn't look too bad now. Now you can see how much garden we've got left down the side there. It's not a great deal now. We built that wall around the actual well, the water well. It's obviously it's grayed a little bit more about how much land we've lost. But obviously once all this wood is taken down as well, that'll all open up and that'll all become usable land as well. So I'll check in a bit later on, speak to the site manager, get a bit of a plan for the day, and I'll update you throughout the day. So on the actual annex element, as you can see, the actual footing itself coming through from the pool area, pretty much where this block is where roughly we're going to land up being with the line of the building. So as you can see, we're probably only 5 foot from the wall itself, and that will go all the way down to the mud, and then we'll go straight across obviously over to the corner of the building itself. So hopefully they're going to try and box this in today, and they're going to try and pour this a bit later on. So that'll be rebar all along. Everywhere you find gun cartridges all over the floor. This used to be a shooting area, birds. So yeah, we've got quite a few guys on site today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 I can see. Plus some rebar guys over in the separate container. So quite a bit going on. We're going to be trying to get the actual base of the irrigation area raised to the 3-inch. That's one thing we're going to do today. Obviously the guys are going to be blocking up. They're pulling their lines, so you can see this sort of the fishing line that he's ducking under. They pull their lines and they do it from that here. No spirit levels and all that sort of stuff. So and we just had the struts delivered as well. So Anthony, at 25 too. But yeah, we just had the actual struts delivered as well. So they're the to hold up the actual floor. So I think they're hoping to try and get this finished off and start boarding out all the formwork for the ground floor end of week. So hopefully they're going to be looking at sort of pouring the floor next week, hopefully, for the ground floor, which would be bloody great news. See the guys carrying in some form of wood. So it's looking like they're trying to prepare for that already. So let's have a quick look around the corner and see what they're up to. Carrying some boxing up. So that might be just them to stand on whilst they're actually going up the block for the bricks. I think the struts have been taken down to the actual down to the storage containers, just so that obviously they're out of the elements. So yeah, hopefully it'll be good to see that this week. We can try and see the acros going up and the flooring going in towards the end of the week. That'd be absolutely amazing. So that's the main aim. So these guys aren't messing around the block front. I think it's got them on the price, so great news. 3:15, loads going on. The guys are pretty much nearly finished on the levels of blocks all the way around. Beautiful hat. So yeah, technically we're near on ready, and as you can see, the columns are also being boxed in as well. They've got to be poured, and then eventually all the acros, these sort of red acros, will end up going in to support the actual roof and will ground floor, and that will be going in ideally by the end of this week. So I reckon we'll be pouring next week. They've also started doing some bits and bobs over there as well, just making sure they empty the pool, and hoping they're going to pour that tomorrow as well. So all looking good. So yeah, still loads to do, but shed loads being done, which is great news. So right, I'll update you a bit later. So 6:25. Have a quick look inside. Guys have done pretty well today. Most of the walls are all up. Some of the boxing of the columns has been done. These ones have been obviously ready for the smocks. That's ready for pour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more columns to do. And then the beams go on the top. So the ring beams are going on next, and then the beams going across. And then all the acros and everything will be going up with regards to the floor being done. So plenty been done today. So I think we're on track to physically get the floor set out, potentially poured for Monday, Tuesday. So that's the aim. So we've had a good day, thank God.